Welcome to today's briefing in this episode of our new channel of Power FCB with more and more interesting news pumping in the last 12 hours concerning football club Barcelona. More so, details revolving around Barcelona links to Sofian Amrabat. And of course, interest from the Premier League. There is an interest from one of the Premier League clubs for both Ferran Torres and Andreas Christensen. And of course, a swap deal still from a Premier League club proposed by Jorge Mendes. And let's jump into it. Is that Barcelona are very much interested in the signing of Fiorentina and Moroccan defending midfielder and World Cup wonder midfielder Sofian Amrabat. It is reported that Fiorentina demands around 25 to 30 million euros, with which FC Barcelona is very much excited with, and very important people at the club are pushing towards the signing of Amrabat. And this tends to ask ourselves as Barcelona fans, what about Sergi Busquets? Amrabat is a defending midfielder, a position that is well maintained and managed currently by Sergi Busquets. What does this imply? Is Sergi Busquets going to renew at Barcelona? And of course, the links towards Ilkay Gundogan. For the last 1 week, the interests of Ilkay Gundogan and the reports that were reporting previously that he's going to join Barcelona cooled off and they were frozen. My goodness, I don't know what this implies. It's more so right now that very important people at Barcelona are very much interested in the signing of Sofian Amrabat from Fiorentina. And going on into more and more news, that reports came from the United Kingdom this afternoon that Aston Villa are very much interested in two Barcelona players, and that is Ferran Torres and Andreas Christensen. This comes with more and more reports concerning our football director, Matteo Alemany, reporting that Alemany and Aston Villa are finalizing on their deal to sign or join them in the next season. Now, we Barcelona fans tend to think, is this the way forward for Matteo Alemany to hunt our players back, or is he doing us good? More so, we understand that Matteo Alemany understands more of a more financial situation for our club more than any other director in Barcelona. And right now, Aston Villa, the club that Matteo Alemany is going to join for next season, is very much interested in Ferran Torres. Now, more interesting news is that Aston Villa have proposed 60 million euros for Ferran Torres, but the fee for Andreas Christensen is not yet disclosed. Good news. I personally will go for Ferran Torres joining Aston Villa as much as we are going to get 60 million euros plus. That's good news. But for Andreas Christensen, how much will we allow to let go of one of our best defender in the squad? Remember, Christensen forms that backline with B for Balde, A for Araujo, C for Christensen, and of course K for Kunde. He came for free last summer, and maybe Alemany wants to add more to Barcelona financial table. What's your thought toward Aston Villa hunting Ferran Torres and Andreas Christensen, most especially right now that Matteo Alemany has confirmed to the club that he's going to leave and join Aston Villa next summer? And going into more and more interesting news, and this comes from Sport, one of our own Catalan media, is that Ansu Fati is about to leave Barcelona. The club is in advanced talks with Wolverhampton from the Premier League for the permanent sale of Ansu Fati for around 30 million euros plus Ruben Neves. Jorge Mendes has already formalized Wolves' offer, and now the decision is up to the player. As for Xavi right now, he doesn't like Neves, but considering the club's financial situation, he will accept his arrival. Up to that point, I don't have comment towards this. What do you think of Ansu Fati and Ruben Neves deal? I personally wouldn't like Ruben Neves to join Barcelona, considering that he is a player for Premier League, and I personally don't think he's going to fit the Barcelona way of playing football. But what's your opinion towards that? Are you for Ansu Fati, Ruben Neves deal plus 30 million euros, considering that Aston Villa has already tabled 60 million euros for Ferran Torres? Up to that point, I come to the end of this episode. Tune more by subscribing to this channel, and of course give that thumb, give a like, and of course don't forget to share with all the culés around the world. For Barcelona is for Barcelona fans. Visca Barça, Visca Catalunya.